Hello, friends. Welcome into NFL Daily. I am Tom, down here with the complete NFL playoff picture, clinching scenarios, wild card race, and elimination scenarios entering Week 17 of the NFL. Let's begin with the NFC playoff picture, since, we did the AFC back on Sunday night. 5 teams have clinched a spot. The seeding still to be determined. Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Bucks, and Cardinals. We'll spend some more time on this to begin, but I did want to briefly acknowledge the new AFC playoff picture. The Chiefs, the only team that have clinched a playoff spot. Tennessee on the verge, Indy on the verge, Bengals, Bills, Patriots, and yes, the Dolphins, winners of 7 straight, are now the number 7 seed in the AFC playoff picture. Chargers, Raiders, Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and Broncos all still alive. We'll break down that chaos here in a little bit. But first, like the video, if you guys want your team to make the playoffs this year, if you're still alive, send some positive vibes out there, because you know what happens? Fans of other teams, they're going to like this video. So you got to at least cancel it out. Like the video right now. Over to the NFC side here. The number 1 seed for now, Green Bay Packers. They have a clinching scenario to secure the number 1 seed. Their magic number is 2. A win and a Dallas loss. Very possible for Green Bay to secure that number 1 seed. If they win out as well, they will secure that top seed and the coveted bye in the NFC. The number 2 seed, the Dallas Cowboys. They can secure at least the number 3 seed with a win and a Rams loss, although for tiebreaker scenarios to get the number 1 seed, Dallas would actually be better served cheering for the Rams, because Dallas will not win a head-to-head tiebreaker against Tampa. But any multiple team tiebreakers involving Tampa, the Cowboys would win. They would win, by the way, head-to-head tiebreakers over the Rams, over the Packers, and the Cardinals if they continue to win out. Big game coming up against Arizona. The Rams, meanwhile, they are the number 3 seed. They can secure the NFC West Championship, the title, in this scenario. They win and the Cardinals lose. That is also a plausible outcome for the Rams. Tough schedule down the stretch at Baltimore, at San Francisco, but the NFC West, which could have been clinched by Arizona a couple weeks ago, now the Rams have the clinching scenario. Of course, all these teams want that bye, that number 1 seed. Sorry, Cardinals, your path is at this point very unlikely. Maybe don't lose to the Lions. I don't know what to tell you. So who gets the number 1 seed? P for the Packers, R for the Rams, C for the Cowboys, or B for the Buccaneers. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So if that ad break comes here on YouTube, let it play. Head down there and make your predictions. The Bucs, the number 4 seed, with the easiest schedule, I believe, of these top 5 NFC teams at the Jets and the Panthers. No clinching scenarios this week, but even though they're the number 4 seed for now, I think they'll keep moving on up as the weeks move on. To the wild card now. We will spend time on San Francisco, Philadelphia, Minnesota, Atlanta, New Orleans, yes, Washington. Teaser, the Niners and Eagles can clinch a playoff spot as well, but let's focus in on Arizona to start here. They can clinch at least the number 5 seed if they win and Philadelphia loses. They want to win to keep their NFC West hopes alive. The Cardinals, to be quite blunt, have hit a bump in the road at a very bad time. They got to get right quickly, and, well, hopefully it comes for them against the Dallas Cowboys. NFL jerseys are on sale for under $90. These are official NFL Nike jerseys. Tough to find them under $100, but our friends over at Fanatics have them for under $90. Tons of different teams. All the teams, actually. Tons of different players. Not every single one or any, but a pretty damn good variety. And even some rookie jerseys for under $90. Head over to chatsports.com/jersey deal. That link will be in both the comment section and in the description to make your lives a little bit easier. Then get what you want for Christmas. It happens to all of us. A jersey helps fill that a little bit. All right, the Niners, they were this close to taking a big step forward to actually technically being alive In the NFC West, bad loss against Tennessee. Jimmy Garoppolo is banged up. Here is their clinching scenario for a playoff spot. They clinch it with a win and a New Orleans Saints loss. It's possible this week. Philadelphia is in a similar-ish scenario. It's a little bit more complicated. We'll get to that in a minute. They've got at the football team this week. They're basically out of the race, so I think Philadelphia in a pretty good spot. Now, here's the Eagles' path to clinching a scenario. They must win and get the Vikings to lose no matter what. That's step 2. Step 3 is one of the following. Either a Saints loss or a Texans loss. That sounds weird, but actually a Niners win helps them in this scenario. It's complicated, I know, but Philadelphia controls their own path. Win, Vikings lose, and either the Saints or Texans lose. That's pretty damn possible this week. So will the Eagles and Niners both make the playoffs? They could clinch this week and secure their playoff spot already. Make your predictions for me in the comment section. I am typing in my Y for yes, but I want to hear from you guys. Y for yes, N for no. All right, time now for the others. The ones on the outside looking in on the verge of being eliminated. We'll get some elimination scenarios now for the NFC, starting with Minnesota. They lost against the Rams, painful, and they have the Packers and Bears down the stretch. They are eliminated with a loss and Eagles and 49ers win. So again, that kind of ties into the whole how the Eagles clinch scenario. The Falcons, meanwhile, they're going to lose a bunch of tiebreakers here, so their elimination is a little bit different. A loss and either an Eagles or 49ers win. So not both, either in that scenario. Against the Bills this week, then the Saints in Week 17, which may or may not be a play-in game. We'll see if there's really anything to play for come Week 18 for that Falcons-Saints matchup. Of course, we'll know, you guys will know, when you watch next week's NFL Playoff Picture breakdown. Subscribe so you don't miss out. We have NFL videos all off-season and season long. We will do consistent playoff picture updates. We'll do the bracket, the draft order, once all that stuff comes out to keep you guys informed. So join us. Subscribe right now for free NFL videos. The Saints elimination scenario is actually much more like that of the Vikings, and frankly, the Saints might have the best chance of these wild card teams outside looking in right now to make it. A bad loss against Miami. Ian Book's not the guy. Come on, we knew that. Panthers and Falcons. Very winnable games for the Saints. They are eliminated with a loss and Niners and Eagles wins. So there's a decent chance they're still alive. I think actually they will be alive entering Week 17. So who has the best chance to make the playoffs of these three teams on the outside looking in? I didn't include Washington. We'll get them in a second. S for the Saints, F for the Falcons, V for the Vikings. Let me know what you guys have to say in the comments section. Washington is not technically eliminated, but practically they cooked. Stick a fork in them. They're over. Out with a loss or Falcons, Saints, and Niners wins. Look, they need to win out and get a bunch of help. It's not going to happen. It's done. It's over. Sorry. All right, the AFC playoff picture now, kind of broken down in part by Mitchell Renz earlier this week. You know, if you're subscribed, the Chiefs, the only team to clinch a playoff spot. Let's go to them. They have secured the AFC West title, and they can jump from clinching the division to the number 1 seed overnight. All they have to do is beat the Cincinnati Bengals. If the Chiefs do that, they will secure the number 1 seed in the AFC. That's a pretty straightforward clinching scenario from that perspective. Oh, I forgot one other thing. Beat the Bengals and the Titans lose. Sorry, I forgot to put that on the graphic. It is beat the Bengals and the Titans lose against the Dolphins. That is possible, but the Chiefs have that scenario this week. So again, beat the Bengals, Titans lose to the Dolphins. I don't know. It's in my notes. I just got to put it on the graphic. My bad. So who is the best team in the AFC? Are we just back on KC again? Well, a lot of us were out on them. In my preseason prediction of Packers-Chiefs, which I waffled on Chiefs, it still looks pretty good as we enter Week 17. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, the Tennessee Titans. Now, they can clinch a playoff spot if with a win, or if like two of the Patriots and Chargers and Ravens lose. But they're going to be a playoff team. What matters here is how they secure the AFC South. A win or a Colts loss. So the playoff clinching scenario is just win a damn game against the Dolphins or the Texans. They're going to be in. That win of the Niners is a big deal. All right, the Bengals, the current number 3 seed in the AFC, has a chance this week to secure a playoff spot by winning the division. That might be their only path in. Frankly, we'll see what other chaos happens this week entering the final week of the year. They beat the Chiefs. They win the AFC North. They're at home. I believe they are underdogs. But the Bengals have a chance to secure a playoff spot, or they lose out, get left home altogether. I don't think they can back in and lose the rest of their games and secure a playoff spot. They need quite a bit of help to make that happen. So who wins the North? CIN for the Cincinnati Bengals, CLE for the Cleveland Browns, BAL for the Baltimore Ravens, PIT for the Pittsburgh Steelers. As crazy as it sounds, although it is unlikely for some of these teams, they are all alive in the race for the AFC North. Kind of crazy, right? Let me know who you think wins the division right now in the comments. All right, the Buffalo Bills, the number 4 seed here. They can secure a playoff spot, not a division crown quite yet. Here's their clinching scenario. They win and the Ravens Ravens lose. Boom, they're in. Or Bills win and the Chargers and the Raiders lose. So both of those AFC West teams come up short. That's the Bills scenario. They cannot clinch quite yet the AFC East title. All right, wild card time. The 3 teams currently in: the Colts, Patriots, and the Miami Dolphins. We'll go quick on these, try and get you guys out of here before we go too long on this video. Colts, it's simple. Clinch a playoff spot, and they are in. They need some help to win the division. Probably not going to happen, but win it in. They're going to be in. Patriots, they clinch a spot with a win and a Dolphins or Raiders loss. So 10 wins should get you into the playoffs. I think the Patriots, with the Jags and Dolphins down the stretch, secure that spot. The Dolphins do not have a clinching scenario. In fact, there are actually some very convoluted elimination scenarios we're not going to go into because it's too much right now. 7 straight wins and 7 straight losses this year. It's insane. But they've gotten hot at the right time. They got to win out, and it's going to be tough. Much tougher opponents, Titans and Patriots, to end the season. Of the current AFC wildcard teams, meaning the Colts, Patriots, and Dolphins, who's the best one? Which one do you fear the most? Curious how you guys answer this question. Let me know in the comments. Time now for the 6 others still alive somehow in the playoff hunt. Chargers, Raiders, Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and technically the Denver Broncos. Again, we will go quick here because it's pretty straightforward. You got to win out. Chargers blew it against the Texans. They can help themselves out with big-time wins over Denver and Las Vegas, but they'll still need a little bit of help to make the playoffs. The Raiders, they got to win out. Look, all these teams have to win out. I don't think 9 wins, although it is technically possible. I don't think 9 wins is going to get you in to the postseason. I think it has to be 10 from a practical standpoint. 9 is possible, but unlikely. Colts, Chargers for the Raiders, that's tough. The Ravens, the Rams, and the Steelers. Injuries have killed them. A bunch of close losses, a blowout loss to the Bengals. I don't feel great about the Ravens this year. If you want to blame the injuries, if you're a Baltimore fan, I get it. It's fair. The Steelers are technically alive, but they are eliminated with a loss and a win by either the Dolphins, Chargers, Raiders, or Ravens. You can beat the Browns. You can beat the Steelers. If you win out, that puts the Steelers at 9-7-1, gives them a chance. It still might not be enough. The Browns, meanwhile, must win out. They are eliminated with a loss or a Bengals win and either a Dolphins or Chargers win. It's not great for Cleveland. So they got to win games, and then they need the Bengals to lose because they play the Bengals in Week 18. The Denver Broncos practically are out. They are eliminated with a loss or a Steelers, Dolphins, or Ravens win. Feels fairly likely one of those things ends up happening from that perspective, especially given the Steelers-Ravens game coming down the stretch. That's this week's elimination scenario, so that's kind of why it plays out that way. Practically speaking, they're done. Stick a fork in them, but they are technically alive. So sorry, Denver, a good run, but came up just short.